Slap Viper.
Hello everyone, good morning. My name is Quincy. Today we're looking at the second part of my top matches for 2024. Today we look at the women's side of the bracket, and my god, women's wrestling this year was insanely good. I had over 40 matches put on my match of the year list for the women. For the men it was about 25, and of course nothing to sneeze at, but the women this year worked insanely hard as always, but I had to cram it down into 20 matches. You do not see audio here, as I'll explain a little bit later in the video, but I am moving and I actually have a lot of stuff already packed. The last thing I just don't have packed is my computer right now, so I'm doing that right now. I have all my portraits on my wall. I'm looking a little bit of a mess right now, just got out of work, but yeah, let's begin. Number 20, Cherry versus Kera Uji, July 6th. This match is going on here. This match made me so emotional. For the people who don't know, this was Himeka's first in-ring appearance in over a year, as she was a special guest referee between the action between Cherry and Kera. It was mixed with a lot of antics from all people involved, including Himeka. Made me laugh, made me cry at moments. The pop that Himeka got hitting a double lariat made me literally stand up and cheer. This is not joking. I actually stood up and cheered. It was late at night. I was still just so happy to see her again. Very fun comedy match, and if you're a fan of any of the women involved here, please watch this match. Number 19, Micah versus Saya Kawatani, February 4th. Micah's first defense of the World Stardom Championship was against Saya Kawatani, the woman who was allegedly supposed to win the 5-star in 2023 and beat Tam Nakano for the championship before injury struck. That's all alleged. But both women here, they were very familiar with each other, as they've been in a multitude of title matches against each other for singles championship, for tag championships, all sorts of different championships. And of course, like I said, both women were very familiar, and in this match saw both women really go for the throw at each other with some sick strikes and some slams. Saya's throwing was taken by Micah, but Micah was willing to try and prove everyone wrong on this run, and she was looking to prove Saya wrong as well. It especially got nasty between the two when Micah was attacking Saya's previously injured arm. Just a very phenomenal match. A very great match for Stardom this year. Number 18, Miyu Yamashita and Miyu Watanabe versus Meiko Satomura and Shoko Nakajima, October 6th. An all-star match with 4 of the best in the world. Miyu Yamashita and Meiko Satomura getting to renew their rivalry from years back, and Miyu and Shoko also both running a callback to earlier in the year with their feud. All women here were rolling at a million miles a minute and creating an interesting dynamic, as Meiko is the imposing boss to take down against Yamashita and Watanabe's strength and power. Shoko's quickness added to the hard-hitting contest as well, and just really played a nice, smooth dynamic between all the women involved. Number 17, Mimono versus Mayumi Ozaki, April 28th. This match was a car wreck in the best possible way. Mayumi Ozaki is great, a legend in the industry, and here she fought Mimono in a double championship match for the AAAW and the Oz Academy Championships. Ozaki was almost cartoonishly evil with how she was beating up Mimono, and Mio was showing red too, just the blood covering her face. Mimono's comeback felt earned, and when it became a battle of the numbers game, and it did eventually get evened out, it became even better following that. Just a very brutal match, something that you really need to check out. If you've never heard of Mimono or Mayumi Ozaki, or you're just a fan of both of the women already in general, please check this out. And if you haven't already checked it out, if you have checked it out, go watch it again. It's just a very fun match, and it really put me on the map for Mimono. When a lot of people were talking about how great she is, this was the first match I ever saw of her, and I was thoroughly impressed. Number 16, MAYU Utami versus Momo Watanabe, November 17th. Just good God, this match. MAYU and Momo Watanabe are 2 of the best in Stardom right now, and they showed it here in this match. Momo Watanabe really showing out in this match, the brutality she showed against MAYU Utami, and also sort of the teasing of a face turn was something akin to the true heart of old, and Mayu's fire and equally as impressive offense add to the story of this match, and a great finishing stretch as well. Momo Watanabe's sort of pride came over her when she really tried to beat MAYU Utami with no like big shenanigans. and it ultimately cost her in the end. Such a beautiful match. Number 15, Chihiro Hashimoto versus Shinya Aoki, April 7th. Due to the rules of my list, this match also qualifies for the women's list at this spot. I already talked about this match before, but the grappling from both wrestlers was stuff of beauty. Aoki's more technical base approach versus the power of Hash made this a great 15-minute match. And also, if that's not good enough for you, we're going to add Hazuki versus Mercedes Moné December 15th on here. This match just happened 2 days ago as a recording, and just good God, Hazuki is Jesus as a wrestler. Mercedes Moné, of course, again and again, like throughout these years, proving all of her critics and haters wrong as always. It was something special between two once-in-a-lifetime wrestlers. Something that you really need to check out. If you've had like your doubts about Mercedes Moné, the former Sasha Banks within these past few years, this is something that you really need to check out. And also, if you're just a fan of Hazuki and her just rise and just proving how great that she is, you need to check this out too, because good God, I saw this. I didn't watch it live, but I watched it later on, and just God, it was sensational. It was a sensational match. Number 14, Natsu and Sareeism versus Nao Kakeda and Tei Hanma, July 6th. The General, Nao Kakeda, was set to retire, and her retirement tour was full of great yet bittersweet moments that tugged at the heartstrings, and Nao Kakeda's cross is no different. The event was entertaining as hell, and also saw Natsu make her return to a TJPW affiliated event in over 4 years. Time heals all wounds, that's all I'm going to say, as she teamed with Sareeism to take on Nao and Tei Hanma in a callback to their AWG days. The match saw very fun moments with the trainer wrestlers hitting Nao Kakeda in the corner as a final goodbye for so many of these people to Nao, and the match saw all 4 women pull out an intense match full of near falls and emotion to cap off Nao Kakeda's produced show. May the General enjoy her retirement. Number 13, Julia versus Sari, July 13th. 2 of my favorite wrestlers ever. One saving my love for professional wrestling, and the other is one of the best going right now, and they fought in Marigold to see who would be the inaugural champion. Julia's previously injured wrist played a factor into this match as Sari attacked her arm so many times as Julia tried to fight through the pain. Regardless of what social media says, yes, wrestlers can fight through the pain, and it doesn't have to be no-selling. Regardless, both women pulled out their best hits against each other, and Julia tried to finally beat Sari, something that she was never able to do before, being humiliated and pinned by her 2 times previously in a singles match and a tag team competition. After kicking out of 3 Uranagis, Julia lost by referee stoppage as Sari put Julia in a wicked Fujiwara armbar. Such a beautiful match. Love the physicality and selling by both women. Number 12, Arisu Endo versus Miyu Watanabe, July 28th. For someone that has had as many great matches this year as Miyu Watanabe, this match seemed to slip under the radar despite Arisu Endo being someone that they need to carve mountains for. A pure babyface energy match where both played a great role in getting over what makes them so special. The little quirks both possess make the match feel so much more. Arisu Endo's almost cartoonishly expressive face and Watanabe's strength and timing and just precision with every single move make this match so beloved in my heart. Number 11, Arisu Endo and Suzume versus Rika Tatsumi and Miyu Watanabe, February 10th. One of my favorite tag matches of the year, in a year that was filled with some of the best tag team wrestling since the 1980s. Daydream are looking to make history and become the only 2-time Max Heart tournament winners, as all they have to do is get past a zebra and a bee to do so. But neither team were letting the other take this win from the other. Another accolade for Miyu Watanabe and Rika Tatsumi, a chance at destiny for Suzume and Arisu Endo, and the only question to be answered was who wanted it more. In the end, Suzume and Arisu Endo went on to win the match and then win the Princess Tag Team Championships. It was such a very emotional moment as Daydream losing to Daisy Monkey. Daisy Monkey getting this huge win, and sort of that's kind of like the sort of precursor to the new era that we were going to get later on, later next month. Number 10, Emy Sakura versus Mei Suruga, August 31st. The master versus the student is a concept in wrestling as old as time, and this match was a great example of that formula. Emy Sakura imposing her skill and hard work throughout the years as Mei Suruga, who was trained by Emy Sakura, had a chance to finally win the Super Asia Championship after failing in the years previously. Mei Suruga's intensity against Emy Sakura was made even better by how Emy Sakura really felt like she was slowly being broken down for Mei to finally come out with a win. The crowd was all for the Apple Girl to finally get her crowning moment. Number 9, Sari versus Chihiro Hashimoto, January 16th. An early match of the year contender and a great early birthday present for me. Sari and Chihiro have never had a bad match as opponents or as teammates. Basically, you put them together and you're guaranteed an instant classic, no Christian Cage. Neither woman were holding back their brutal offense from each other. Neither woman was slowing down and gives you that big fight feel as Sari's smaller yet powerful style mixing incredibly with the dynamic yet fast offense of Chihiro. Not a single second is wasted, making you on the edge of your seat for the entire match. One of the best matches you will ever see. Number 8, Rika Tatsumi versus Miyu Watanabe, July 20th. These two flowed so well together as a team or as psychos beating the hell out of each other. Rika was another mountain for Miyu Watanabe to climb, as Miyu Watanabe has never beaten Rika Tatsumi before. Rika Tatsumi is looking to get back the Princess Belt after a very short reign, always trying to reach the heights she was once at. Rika Tatsumi's style is that of the technical ability of someone like Owen Hart mixed with the fiery and intensity of a Von Erich, all while being a menace to society, as all around Kuroken Hall did Rika Tatsumi and Miyu Watanabe beat the hell out of each other. Rika Tatsumi's submissions had everyone on the edge of their seat. Would Miyu Watanabe tap out to Rika Tatsumi again? Rika Tatsumi's dominating offense made Miyu Watanabe's host spots and the comebacks mean so much more. It played so much like an old school 80s heel versus face main event match to me, except there wasn't really a lot of cheating unless you want to count Rika Tatsumi's strangleholds as cheating. I don't. But I'm just going to say this was just a very fun match. Number 7, Ryo Mizunami versus Haruka Shiro, August 3rd. No, I am not kidding. This was that good. If your match isn't going to be long, you have to make it stand out somehow. This match went 7 minutes long and was a great tale of the experienced veteran taking on a rookie looking to make a name for themselves. Ryo Mizunami is a ball of energy and pain, a human version of a wrecking ball or a house party is Anaki. And how do you take down a house party? You have to shut him down. Haru's fast-paced technical style to try and throw off Ryo is beautifully told. Who would have guessed Haru would have started out the match by attacking Ryo Mizunami before the match even started? Ryo, of course, does not allow Haru to get away with that underhanded yet smart tactic and lays into the young wrestler, but Haru, through determination, skill, and a bit of luck, survived for as long as she could. Haru was able to outsmart Anaki at many points. A match everyone could see the result coming from 10 miles down the road. How you on the edge of your seat, seeing if Haru actually could defeat Anaki. Haru stayed resilient and clever, even busting out a springboard dropkick, that sunpuller armbar she does, and multiple roll-up attempts that no one would have truly seen coming, I feel. And in the end, Haru was forced to tap out to Anaki. But even in defeat, this was a real coming out match for Haru Kazushiro. She was already a promising wrestler, and at only 16 years old, the sky is the limit for her. But this really showed the level of psychology she understands, and a level of psychology Ryo Mizunami also understands. Incredible match with a great story. I hope they fight each other again. Number 6, MAYU Utami versus Sherry, January 4th. Another early match of the year contender and another early birthday present for me. MAYU and Sherry are two of the greatest wrestlers of the last few generations, and matches like this prove that 10 times over. Sherry is a great bruiser and technician to counteract the pure babyface energy style of the icon MAYU Utami. Both warriors traded near falls, leading to MAYU getting that win with the prettiest Poison Rana ever. A sensational match, and really for people that sort of, I wouldn't say given up on Sherry, but like they kind of forget how good she is because Stardom hasn't used her too well in a lot of aspects. Like this match really just showed show how really great Sherry is, and especially like for a match like this, because they had a red belt match a few years prior that a lot of people liked it. I saw some people were like, it was just kind of like they were expecting a little bit more from the two, but this match right here, I think, definitely made up for it, and it really just shows like how good both can be when they're both in a position like this. Number 5, Miyu Watanabe versus Ryo Mizunami, September 22nd. Jesus Christ, this match. If you're into the hijinks of Aoki and her hyper personality, you'll be right at home with this match. During Miyu Watanabe's reign, it was all about coming out as the best fucking wrestler to ever grace our sport and righting some of the mishaps in her career, and Miyu Watanabe seemingly had one last hill to overcome. Okay, well, she had 2, but one is stuck in Tony Khan's wrestling paradise, so Aoki will have to do for the moment. Miyu, in this match, played every beat so well. Her timing, her facial expressions, her fire was something that made you want to cheer for her, and it was pure beauty told in a match. Aoki gave you a reason to cheer for Miyu, gave you a reason to feed into Miyu's struggles, and just wouldn't stop beating the absolute hell out of her. But in the end, Miyu Watanabe, she calmed her nerves, she locked in, and she finally beat Aoki, being Aoki's first and only pinfall loss in TJPW. God, and if there was anyone that deserved to beat Aoki, it had to be Miyu. I talked about this before, where it was like with Miyu Watanabe, they were really wanting to build her as a next world beater, and I think this win right here established her as a world beater coming along. And so like when people actually do beat Miyu Watanabe in the future, it's gonna feel so much more. It's gonna feel like so much more of a big deal, in my opinion. Number 4, Miyu Yamashita and Micah versus Arisu, Endo, and Suzume, September 22nd. My god, this match, some of the best babyface performances I've ever seen from Daisy Monkey. So many near falls, so many moments where it could have gone either way. Endo and Yamashita played their roles perfectly as they dominate Daisy Monkey, and the facial expressions from Endo and Suzume made you want to see them pull off the biggest upset in their careers. That roll-up spot with Arisu Endo, I really thought that was gonna be it, and just Daisy Monkey played the best faces that I've seen like in a tag team setting since like prime like Rock and Roll Express, and I'm not joking when I say that. All until the last move was Daisy Monkey fighting and showing why they're one of the greatest teams going today. Jay and Lee it was honestly, if the next match that I'm about to talk about didn't happen, this would be my tag match of the year. Spoiler alert for the next entry, which we're about to get to. Number 3, MAYU Utami and Sari versus Chihiro, Hashimoto, and Benny, September 2nd. Good God. 4 incredible wrestlers, all with various intertwining history between them in a spectacle, a genuine spectacle in 2024 in professional wrestling. My pick for the tag match of the year, the best match from all 4 of the women this year, in my opinion. All 4 worked so hard and at such a high level. Just nasty strikes, nasty slams, beautifully countered moves. It was a symphony of violence. I forgot, someone used that phrase to quote another match, but we're using that here with this match, a symphony of violence. When I first saw the match graphic for this match, the floor for this match was top 10 match of the year. This is in my top 3 match of the year. Such a beautiful match, and Sari, Hash, Benny, MAYU, proving again and again that they're the best in the world, and Joshi Wrestling is on top. Sareeism is on top. Number 2, Micah versus Utami Hayashishita, March 20th. Since before Micah even arrived into Stardom, she was always linked with Utami. More than Julia, more than Himeka, more than Shuri, more than pretty much anyone else in Stardom. Whether it be as rivals or partners or sexually ambiguous lovers, the two have always been intertwined, and this match was one of my favorites that they've ever had, and it's possibly their final singles encounter together. These two went for nearly 30 minutes as Micah was set to try and prove Utami wrong. Could Micah finally beat Utami in a match that had the red belt, the World Stardom Championship, on the line? She had one last chance to prove herself, and it was a very emotional match for me. One of my favorite rivalries of all time. Just the meshing of Utami and Micah's styles just really flowed well. You could tell that they that they work super well together, and that there's a lot of there's a lot of love for the two, just like as friends and whatnot, or whatever it might be. Just like they really know how well they flow together and everything. And right here, it just made this for my second favorite match for the women this year. And number one, MAYU Watanabe versus Shoko Nakajima, May 6th. You already know, if you follow me on Twitter, how much this match means to me. Shoko Nakajima is a sleeper pick for the best wrestler going, and MAYU Watanabe, to me, is so perfect in so many ways as a wrestler. Shoko Nakajima's quick agility mixed with the more power-based style of MAYU Watanabe it just combines so gracefully. Shoko really imposing herself onto MAYU here, which I thought would play really weird because Shoko's really good at fighting from underneath, but Shoko getting more and more into MAYU's head through the week, saying she wouldn't allow the new generation to start until she said so. And during the match, out wrestling MAYU at many moments, making her more nervous, sort of playing with MAYU's nerves, but MAYU calming her nerves to make Shoko's walls weaker and weaker, and that slow burn of Shoko getting more and more desperate until it caused her downfall. The incredible in-ring skill both wrestlers possessed, and the great storytelling throughout the match makes this my pick for the best women's match of 2024. This ends with a score of MAYU Watanabe having the most matches on my match of the year list of either list, with 6, and beating out Kevin Koo and Bryan Danielson's 5. In second place is Endo, Iwatani, Sari, and Hash with 3, and in third place with 2 is Suzume, Micah, Aniki, Rika, Shoko, and MAYU Yamashita, Aoki, and Hash being the only people to make it onto both lists. MAYU Yamashita overall having 3 matches of the year for me. Before I end the video, some good news and some bad news. I talked about it earlier, but real quick, bad news. This is my last video of 2024, so after this you will not see a new video until 2025. The good news is the reason there is no videos for the time being is that I will be moving into a new house. I am very excited to give you guys a tour of my new setup. And I just want to thank you guys for such an incredible year. We all did so much this year. All the money we raised for various charities, all of the stuff that we watched together, all of the videos you guys supported. I love you all so much, and no matter what anyone tells you, I care about you and I appreciate you, and I'm sorry that I could not do face cam for this. I recorded everything and for some reason my mic just did not pick it up. I don't know if there's an issue with my computer or whatever, but it's been just a little bit of an issue, but I really hope you guys don't mind this right here. And like I said, just thank you guys so much. Make love, fuck war.
Thank you all so much for watching. Buy W and use code SlapViperLLC at checkout for 10% off your W order. Donate to my coffee below if you want. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. This is Quincy of SlapViperLLC, and I will talk to you all later. Take care.